far south of Las Vegas Boulevard lies the Pinball Hall of Fame. This is a museum where you can check out all kinds of old pinball and relive that nostalgia. Now, admittedly, we did have an intro recorded that we will put into the video, but we did have some issues with our microphones picking up some of that sound. So please bear with any type of sound hiccups that we have along the way, and we do hope that you enjoy this look as James and Paul try the Pinball Hall of Fame.
Hi there, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. My name's James, and today my wonderful husband Paul is behind the camera. Say hi to the audience, Paul.
Hi, Paul.
Anyway, we are here today at the Pinball Hall of Fame in Las Vegas, Nevada, and we are super excited to revisit our childhood with some nostalgia and play some pinball games, some classic arcade games. Let's go inside and see what it's all about. Come along, friends. It's time to play some pinball. All right, guys, before we head inside to start the video, hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and click the bell icon for notifications to stay up to date with all of our future videos. It really helps our channel out a lot. Thank you in advance. Let's go inside. I'm thinking what we'll do is we'll do a quick little a loop to see what we've got before we start playing some games.
Let's see what's inside.
All right, I feel like it might be best to start over on the far side and work our way through. Our favorite.
Not only are we huge Simpsons fans, but this game is a classic.
I have poured an uncalculable amount of money into playing the Simpsons arcade game. And not because it's actually like a good game or anything, it's just because of my sheer love of Simpsons. Oh my God, it's Wacky Gator! Oh my Lanta.
Wow.
And just like my childhood, it's missing the mallet.
Yeah, where is the mallet for it?
There's never a mallet, because the mallets were all lost and stolen.
Every arcade would get rid of the damn mallet.
Right, so you gotta use your hands. I almost want to play Wacky Gator just because I remember the Star Wars one. I wish it was working.
An old Star Wars pinball. Up, and we're coming across one of my favorites that unfortunately it is not operational.
Oh no. Unfortunately, it seems like there are a lot of games that are not currently in operation. And obviously that's one of those things that, with some of these games being as old as they are, it's unavoidable. Because these Pinball Hall of Fame is finding of obviously secondhand games, used games, to try and restore them and preserve them in this case. Which is really admirable because pinball itself is such a lost concept when it comes to the arcade, let alone the arcade being a lost concept in itself.
I don't remember a Playboy slot machine as a kid.
Oh, those were a thing. I remember generally seeing them in dive bars.
That's probably why. We were too young to be able to go.
Well, I mean, I can't lie and say that I, was always had the most wholesome childhood, so I happen to remember them.
Oh, there's a Nightmare on Elm Street machine.
I don't know if I remember that one or not, but I kind of want it. Just there, can I get my own Freddy Krueger pinball machine?
If we can afford one.
And find the room for one.
Which will basically be our reminder to you all that if you enjoy the content of this video, please make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification to stay up to date on our channel. It really helps us out a lot, and we would appreciate all of the love and support.
Right, I need your likes so I can eventually afford not just my Freddy Krueger pinball machine, but also a place large enough to store the Freddy Krueger pinball machine. And holy crap, look at this. This is unlike anything I've ever seen, and Paul and I are both absolute Disney nuts. But it looks like, so according to this, it's from 1961, I'm assuming that's correct. But it makes a little, I don't know if that's plastic or Bakelite, but, or like some sort of vacuum mold, but it has to be a vacuum mold. Like, That is unbelievable. It makes a little Pluto toy. Disneyland, why aren't you have this nowadays? Okay, so here is something absolutely amazing. First off, manufactured by Bowie. I had no clue this existed. And this is kind of a deep cut, but this is Elton John as his character from the movie Tommy, the rock opera by The Who. And this is his character in the song Pinball Wizard as he's playing Tommy. I did not know he had his own slot machine.
Not slots, baby.
Not slot. Pinball. That is unbelievable.
And it looks to be in operation, so you should be playing it soon.
I might have to get some quarters and play that, because that is that's a piece of history. Wow. The Who are one of my absolute favorite bands of all time. Tommy is a work of art. If you are not familiar with the rock opera Tommy, I recommend finding it somewhere, give it a watch, listen to the album at the very least. But if you've heard the song Pinball Wizard, this is a direct reference to it.
And speaking of Wizard, right next to it and Tommy,
wow. Wait a minute, wait.
there's actually a Pinball Wizard machine.
But what was that one pinball machine where it was like about storm chasers or like tornado?
I know which one you're talking about.
Yes.
I don't know the name.
I tried Googling it, I couldn't find it. I don't know if we're going to find it here, but if you know the name, leave it in the comment section below, because that's driving me insane. Hopefully we'll find it along the way, but if we don't, I'm hoping one of you knows what I'm talking about. This is one of my favorite arcade games as a kid. I loved the Dome hockey set. A Adam West era Batman pinball. Now obviously that's a more modern game, but still really cool.
That's one thing about pinball, though, is that even if it is a more modern game, they will stick with a lot of the classic themes.
Right. And it's working.
It's working, which means that we are going to be playing it.
Yes. And right next to it, X-Men, which I also remember.
Oh, Simpsons Pinball Party.
Another Simpsons pinball machine.
This
one's obviously way newer. Oh, okay. I
guess back in Grandpa's day, there wasn't flippers.
I kind of want to try both of those Simpsons ones.
Thunderbird.
There's a Thunderbird's slot machine. Thunderbird's pinball machine. And again, this is obviously not released in the era of Thunderbirds. This was clearly something way more modern, which I really appreciate that they did that, because there's still a lot of love for Thunderbirds for people who grew up with that. There's a Mandalorian pinball machine.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Mando has a machine.
Godzilla has a pinball, which is not shocking. I kind of want to try this one too. And back to more like the really old school pinball machines, and it's beautiful to see these working and looking so pristine. I'm a firm believer that it's things like this that we have to preserve, that we have to make available for future generations, because this is a part of our culture. And pinball was such a big part of American culture, of U.S. culture for so long. So when I see old games like this that are still operating, still able to be played, it really just warms my heart.
This one looks very 60s. Atlantis.
Wow, yeah. That particular Atlantean is very fabulous in that outfit.
Actually, I wish I had that outfit. I mean, if I had that swimsuit, I would be delighted.
Oh, wow. Looks like some James Bond slot. Again, I keep saying slot machines. We spent so long.
We're in Vegas and we've seen nothing but slot machines until we came here.
I know. Wow, a Dr. No pinball machine. That's cool. And this is for our buddy Neil. We found the Rush pinball machine. Our friend Neil is an absolute giant Rush head. And he said this is one of his favorite pinball machines. So I'm glad we can find it. We might have to throw a few quarters in it just for him for later. Just to say we did. Oh,
Doctor
there's
Who.
the 80s era Doctor Who pinball machine. Okay, I might have to give that a whirl. Can you get a shot of this clown here?
Yeah.
That is one disturbing clown. Like I'm actually a fan of clowns. Like I'm not afraid of clowns, but that is some nightmare fuel right there.
I actually kind
Wow.
of love the clown, but I can see where it would scare the crap out of the children.
That's scaring the crap out of me. All right. Oh no!
Oh, no.
The TNG machine is dark.
This was definitely
I played a lot of the TNG.
same.
The Incredible Hulk by Gottlieb. I would have to probably guess this is late 60s, early 70s. This is just mind-blowing. Just mind-blowing to see. Oh, I wish the Stargate one was working. That's not fair. I want to play the Stargate pinball. This is going to be the entire video. I'm just going to say slot machines over and over and over. Because it was still basically a kiddie casino.
I mean, as a kid, it trained us to come here to Vegas for the casinos.
Yes.
All
Chuck E.
these
Cheese.
pinball-
Chuck E. Cheese's mediocre pizza and kiddie casino.
This is a sultry artwork.
It really is.
Impacto.
I'm loving the very bohemian, psychedelic type look to so many of these older slot machines. Pinball machines. Wow, still can't do this. You would think that I've never done this before.
We're in Vegas.
I haven't even drank anything. I mean, I'm stone cold sober at this point. Why can't I say pinball machines? All right, on that note, I think it's time to grab some quarters. Now we've taken a quick little tour to see what they've had to offer. I think it's time to get some quarters and see what we're gonna play.
Awesome, let's get to it.
Remember the days where $5 in quarters would last you an hour or more in the arcade? Because I do, and now $5 is like the cost of one game at a Dave & Buster's. How the times they have changed. We got our $5 in quarters. Let's go find some games. Wow. The old Homer voice. This is probably, my guess this was made before the actual show even premiered. And you can tell because, A, look at like Krusty wearing the blue shirt. B, like look at Bart wearing the green shirt down there. And the blue one, which we saw, but like in only the first couple episodes. So I'm gonna go with, oh wait. Okay, so there's the bear with the pacifier. So that was like what, the second or third episode?
Yep. It was season 1.
It was definitely season 1. It's when they go camping. I know that. Okay. All right. Lots of. So let's see here. How do we start? Oh, start button. There we go. All right. Let's see if I still can play this after all these years. Let's see if my reflexes have slowed down since I was a little kid. And spoiler alert, I'm sure they have. Did it take it? I'm gonna get you.
You got the highest score. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna see what this Playboy machine is all about. Oops. The one downside to pinball, it's that little thing where it just it goes in the wrong hole. And I just can't seem to, they make it just so easy for it to go in the wrong hole. Come on.
I'm holding back all the things I want to say about you and your experience with holes.
Apparently I am not made for Playboy.
Alrighty guys, I'm going to try my hand here at Simpson's Pinball Party. Okay, that was actually kind of cute. That was actually kind of cute. Lots of fun Simpsons references. Really enjoyed that. You know, again, if money was no object and I had an unlimited amount of space, I would seek out this for just my collection. All right, so we got a few quarters left. We've got 5 quarters left. What do we want to make these go towards?
I feel like we should do Ghostbusters just for the sheer nostalgia that we all grew up with it. I'm just living for this artwork here. If you take a look inside, there's a
This will be our last game. Is that going to be okay with you?
That is perfectly fine.
All right.
You've got a Slimer sitting right there.
Welcome to the Ghostbusters, kid.
All right, here we go.
Ball saved. They gave you a pity ball.
Well, that's all she wrote, folks. I think we're down to our one last quarter, which I don't think there's anything that takes only a quarter that I've seen. So I think it's just going to go back into my pocket, and we're going to wrap it up and call it a day. But I hope you've enjoyed this little tour of the Pinball Hall of Fame here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Remember, if you enjoyed this video, please like this video, subscribe to our channel, click that bell icon for notifications. It really all helps us be seen by more viewers like you, and it helps me eventually afford a pinball machine of my own and a larger house to put it in. That being said, thanks guys, we really appreciate it. You have a great rest of your day.
Whoa, this one here. I'm curious.
Big juicy melons.
Whoa, Nelly. Big
Wow.
juicy melons, ripe and ready.
Wow. Okay.
I feel like we just have to play it just because.
You didn't even like big juicy melons.
No, I actually like a good cantaloupe every once in a while.
Yeah, that's
And honeydew.
that's